Casey Productions.
Welcome to ComplexiTea, where the tea is hot.
Hey guys, Minty here.
April again. I'm still not leaving.
My name is Rains, wrestler and voice acting hobbyist.
Hi, my name's Lincoln. I'm new here. I like otters, and my Instagram is I'm a quarantine with underscores because it doesn't allow spaces. You can follow if you want to, but you don't need to. So, someone cut me off, please.
Now.
Man, that's pretty lit.
Hello, listeners. I'm Ember. It's great to see you again.
Greetings, I'm Modi.
Right into the topics. Like many people, we like anime. From My Hero Academia to Death Note, anime holds a special place in our hearts.
Wait, we do?
Yes, we do.
Lincoln.
Can we,
Y'all may be K-pop stands, but I'm an anime stan.
Can we
I'm
Neither.
both.
Can we get some of the favorite animes in here?
Hitalia.
No.
I've watched like 3.
I gotta go.
So I guess my favorite out of all the ones I've watched is Danganronpa, but
Cool.
Alright, we got
Yuri on Ice was good.
Ooh, yes.
I don't
Y'all
really
were like, oh, he got
anime.
flavor.
As much as I hate to admit it.
I've been
Black
watching
Butler.
Gundam Iron Blooded Orphans. That's pretty good.
I hate to admit it, Modi.
Oh, I saw part of the 7 Deadly Sins, and that was pretty good.
Seven Deadly Sins is good.
The same, the voice actor from Meliodas also voice acts Adrian from Miraculous Ladybug. So
I don't like that.
yeah, that was
I
interesting.
love Miraculous. It's so cringy, but I love it.
It really is
Very
cringy,
hot
but also
characters.
like
Very hot
I'm like,
characters.
really?
I can
Just
first say.
tell him, like,
they're literally 2D. And okay,
3D,
you know what?
3D, sir.
They'll never love you, April.
Well, in my fan fictions, they can.
That's
Oh.
not how I draw them.
She does self-inserts now.
Your name touched. I'm sorry.
Oh my god! I just slammed my head into the wall.
Good.
My anime cat girlfriend asked if we can sleep next to each other in Minecraft.
No,
oh my
don't
god.
go there.
My anime waifu asked me.
Can we sleep together in Minecraft?
Can we sleep together in Minecraft?
Imagine
I hate
Bakugo
that.
asking
Stop
that.
I'm
it.
scared.
Can we
Imagine
put our
Bakugo
beds
asking
next
that
to
to
each
Deku.
other?
Okay.
JK. Unless...
Are we?
Deku,
Why,
what if I put my
put it in
bed next to yours in Minecraft?
What if we put our Minecraft beds together? Get 'em.
No.
Ew.
You guys are scaring me.
Good.
Okay. So we talk like just to bring up anime. I guess like in some way anime has influenced like some kind of portion of our lives.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, now I'm obsessed with wanting to
I-
murder people.
Oh my,
Yeah!
What the heck, Lincoln?
That's because of video games, not anime. Get your media right.
Okay, boomer.
Video games does not cause violence. You know what does, though? Rains. Rains cause violence.
Hey,
You know what
causing
causes violence?
violence
Watching
is a bad
Celestial
thing.
Ludenberg get murdered because they didn't want her on the show anymore.
So when I was a kid, the first anime I watched, even like technically everybody's first anime was like Pokemon, right?
No.
Mine was Dragon Ball.
What you guys should get like
Sword
early
Art.
enough to like walk through your house during morning breakfast and be like, oh, yep, Pokemon's on right now.
Nope, my brothers collected
Sword
the
Art
cards
Online.
but didn't watch the show.
Yeah, I watched parts of it, and then they never have it anywhere. So
So I
I
watched
just-
like a little bit of Pokemon.
Nah, I grew up with old 80s stuff and Dragon Ball.
Don't forget about you.
When I was little. But when I was little, and still kind of am now, like I'm a big like Transformers fan. I hate the Michael Bay stuff, but
Fair
like
enough.
pretty much anything Transformers, even if it's like stupid, I love. Just because I love giant robots fighting. So apparently there was another show about giant robots fighting called Gundam 00, and I started begging my
Nice transition.
I start begging my dad. I go, Dad, can I watch Gundam 00? And he sees it's a cartoon, and he goes, well, sure, son, you can watch Gundam 00. And then, like, the first episode is like a war in the Middle East, and you have, this character going, why does God doesn't exist? And we're a religious household, and I'm a religious person, and my dad's like, what? What the heck is this? And I'm like, Dad, look, the giant robots are fighting. So my dad is like kind of like semi-invested in the show to see like where the philosophy is going and everything. And I'm like, look at the giant robots fight.
Gosh,
Your dad
It's so
looking
great.
at the
After that,
psychological impact it has. You,
Yeah.
he, giant robot.
Yeah. Yeah. My dad just kind of realized that like I wasn't in anything that was going on, so like I was literally just sitting there for the giant robot. So over quarantine, I decided to binge watch that first season that I watched when I was little, and like the Gundam 00, like it's not that good of a show. like it's have you seen those shows are like that it's trying to be deep, but it's not deep. It just doesn't.
Riverdale?
Yeah.
What?
Riverdale.
Oh my
Yeah,
god,
oh my
Riverdale.
Oh my god.
So wait, really important question. Well, not question, an offensive statement from me. Avatar is an anime. Fight me.
I mean, it's an honorary anime because it wasn't released as one, but it looks and feels and acts like one.
Yeah.
Lincoln.
Yeah.
I think
It's more
anime.
like Western anime done right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Western anime done wrong is totally spies.
Well,
In
my
Voltron.
problem with
Yes.
Avatar now is that it's literally so perfect that I have a hard time enjoying other shows.
I know.
I mean,
Wait, I
Like-
really like
it's
I
not
really like The
perfect
Legend
because
of
it needs
Korra.
more episodes. That's my only complaint. I really just wanted the Toph and Zuko adventure, and we never got it.
No,
Have any of you watched BNA?
we had Toph say to Zuko, and then my parents disowned me because I guess they thought because I was blind that I wasn't powerful enough to handle things on my own. And he goes, yeah, that's great, Toph. And I thought it was hilarious. Like,
I really
looking back-
wish
wait,
they
wait.
could have had an adventure, though.
Yeah.
What is everyone's opinion on The Legend of Korra?
It's okay.
It's okay.
I actually liked it more than Avatar.
Korra's one of my cartoon crushes, of which I have about 3.
I have an extensive list.
Can I just, and I mean this in the kindest way possible.
Yeah.
That's a really opinion, okay?
Well, the fact that literally the main 4 people are hot and then the side characters are hot, like, is giving it a better thing. Like, I don't think Zuko is hot. Or Sokka. I'm sorry. I
How
just
dare
don't.
you, Sokka is hot.
Look, all right, listen.
I don't.
A man
Sokka with his
straight-
hair down.
Y'all
Probably-
just like men with their hair down.
And
Listen,
Ew.
listen. Even look, listen. My girl Ty Lee, who is probably the greatest fictional character.
Kylie deserved more screen time.
She
Listen,
did.
I was 10 when I fell in love with
Right.
Ty Lee. When Ty Lee, Suki, and the Moon fall in love with Sokka, even if you don't think he's drawn hot, like objectively speaking, Sokka has to be hot.
She wasn't the moon yet, though.
Yo.
Spoiler
She
alert.
technically was, though. She had the moon spirit.
Y'all just like muscly men with long hair, and I respect it, but it's not me.
Not cute. That isn't
I
cute.
don't.
Well, if you didn't have a crush on Sokka, you had a crush on Katara, and that's on fact.
No,
Yeah,
I
Katara
had a
was
crush
pretty
on
great.
none of them because I didn't watch it when it came out because I was like 6. I was born in 2005.
And?
So.
Y'all sleeping on Ira.
Oh, Jesus.
In an Avatar comic, my dad plays Iroh, and I was about to cry when he was doing Iroh's thing.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Aw.
Y'all sleep on
One point
Korra,
where-
Asami, Mako, and Bolin in the show. I'm sorry. But you
I'm
do.
sorry, I love Bolin. I love Bolin more than anyone should, but still.
Look, I relate to Bolin on a spiritual level. Like, I feel like a spiritual connection to Bolin and Sokka.
Also, Opal and the Bifong twins. And General Iroh, the young one, not the old dude. Like,
Nuh-uh, no,
Both
bro.
are, like,
we
Hey,
love
oh,
Uncle
dude.
Iroh.
We
But
stand
General
Uncle
Iroh?
Iroh.
But I guess we should talk about other anime shows because I feel like we could go about an
Yeah.
hour on Avatar.
BNA.
I literally will go.
I've never seen it.
Me
Wait,
neither.
wait.
Don't
BNA.
get through
So My Hero Academia is pretty cool.
I've seen like 20 episodes, and I got to the
can't
part
get through
where there the sports stadium and the League of Villains attacks, and that's it.
I can't get
Okay.
around to it. I haven't got
I
it.
watched the sister series
So
of Quirky.
I got a special relation to My Hero Academia because that's the first anime like anime I really like watched and got into. And part
Oh,
of
my
the
friend dragged me to see the movie. It was
Oh, really?
good. Yes.
So, and part of the reason was because like I feel like anime, especially shonen anime, can really relate to student athletes like me and a lot of my friends, right? Because a lot of us, as kids and student athletes are into this stuff. Oh, excuse me, into this kind of stuff. We start off like Deku. We are like really, really super weak, and we totally feel Deku when he's like doing all this training and stuff because we went through the same suffering as Deku did, and like
Literally,
especially,
though.
yeah, like I can go with Deku on like a whole nother literal level because I literally injured myself during my most important tournament arc in real life. By that I mean I tore my ACL during state wrestling.
I used to be a runner, and then my parents made me do cross country when I went to public school in 6th grade, and I almost tore a ligament in my knee, but they wouldn't take me to the doctor for it, so we didn't find out. And then we went to the doctor. They found out I have Osgood-Schlatterns, the worst case my doctor's ever seen, because I ran so much on it. And then I did track and literally collapsed. And then they were like, yo, what's up? And I was like, I don't know. So then we went to the doctor 3 days later, and then I was out of PE and running for 3 months, and I have not done sports since.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like I think that's the thing with anime, especially like shonen like that and Dragon Ball, is that there is a point where even if you're not a student athlete, like there's a point where we've all had that thing where we had to push ourselves essentially beyond breaking points. Right?
This is what it means to go further beyond.
Yeah, like when Deku or Goku or Cuckoo, whoever their name is, whenever they go, I'm not doing this for myself. I'm doing it for my friends and my family. And then you have the anime hype music. What was I trying to say? But like, even in wrestling and sports, there are things like coaches will say that they're like, yeah, you can't do this just to win anymore. You have to think about like your teammates around you. Like that's like anime gets to like the basic core of having that very generic. This is an inspiring speech, and I'm inspiring to you. That student athletes kind of need, and that's why I can relate.
Yeah,
to it.
it's also kind of funny though when they do it like right in the middle of a battle. It's like, who would wait for them to finish their inspirational speech? As a if I were a villain myself, I wouldn't.
Y'all would be stabbed.
Knife in chest automatically.
In defense of that art style, I don't think those anime characters are actually like speaking, because I've had to have thoughts like that to myself in wrestling matches, things like that, where I could go like paragraphs inside my head within a second of like, all right, of strategy and other things like that, because I'm trying to figure out how am I going to defeat this guy, how am I going to play his mental game, right?
That confirms
someone understand that. Then there was me, like, gotta run fast.
Yeah.
Gotta go fast.
Even when you're running fast, you're running against people. Like, there's a point where you probably have looked to your side and said, there's someone's gaining behind me, and I need to go faster and faster and faster, and I can't win this for me anymore. I gotta put people above me and think about that.
Someone tried to slam into me and knock me over, and I ducked, and they fell over me. And
yeah, that's like the most anime possible thing.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Y'all confirming to be main characters.
Aw, thanks.
Main characters. We are the side characters.
That's all I'll ever be.
No.
I'm also a white male, so of course I would be the main character.
I'm there for comedic effect.
I'm the token minority.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, ow.
I'm the background character.
I just slammed into my chair.
Again?
Wow.
Yeah, I stayed on the ground after I fell out of my chair, and then I rolled and slammed into it.
Yeah.
You roll.
Because I was laughing, and then I rolled.
That's good that you were on a roll.
Not filming on it.
Hey,
Are you
yeah,
not on a
well,
table?
Why would I be on a table?
I don't know. Getting your money.
Does anybody what's everybody else's like kind of story with anime though? Because I know me and Lincoln went into anime a little with like our side of like shonen and things like that. So what's y'all's like perspective?
I actually started off with anime with not really shonen but shoujo. Sure, I watched Dragon Ball, Naruto, and Full Metal Alchemist. But the ones I really started with were Angel Beats, Momote Lollipop, and Yotsuba.
Right.
And I grew up with manga more than anime.
Oh.
Me too.
I currently possess over 200 manga in my room right now.
Oh.
Wow.
Several of which are completed series.
I just printed mine from the library.
Playing in the high school
So,
right
I don't really watch anime. I read it.
Yeah.
Manga? You mean manga?
now. I read anime.
Stop hurting yourself.
Feel the pain and feel it good.
Yeah.
I've just always preferred the mangas to the anime because they're more detailed.
Yeah.
And
Like,
And you don't have to keep up with the
adds a lot more
subtitles.
thought.
You don't have to keep up with the subtitles.
Well, there's always that, unless you're watching dubbed.
Yeah.
Okay, for
But
Hetalia,
you only-
I need dubbed because I can't.
Shut up.
fast.
Shut up, Minty. Shut up, Minty. We don't care about your Hetalia.
No,
We're talking about anime.
We invalidate you.
No.
I'm not invalidating you, I'm just saying that Hetalia has traumatized me in more ways than I should probably have.
Oh yeah. Have you seen some of the fan fiction? I want to cry.
Have you seen my fan fiction?
I just want
Let me pull up my
Y'all don't-
Wattpad real quick.
to. Yeah, there's a reason why y'all don't have my Wattpad account. There's a reason.
There's a reason why I don't go on Wattpad.
If y'all saw my reading list, you'd cry with me.
Anyways, moving on.
Wait, do you guys want me to send my book list?
But you have Wattpad too?
No, I don't have Wattpad because I...
You have AO3.
Yes.
Not
I told myself I would never touch Wattpad. I mean, like, real books.
Okay. I started anime as a really young child. I don't think I remember like most of it, but it started out with Dragon Ball Z and Yu-Gi-Oh.
The way y'all said. Okay, moving on.
Yeah. Because I always was watching TV as a kid, always 24/7 because stuff, and it was always Dragon Ball Z and Yu-Gi-Oh that was always on, and Cartoon Network or whatever. But and then when I fully got into anime, it was mostly just I really like the inappropriate ones. I don't know, that's just who I am. I think they're funny.
God.
I mean that is a draw to anime sometimes, like the inappropriateness. But I think that's also like a drawback. I remember like when I was a little kid, one of the reasons why I was watching Gundam is because there was like an inappropriate scene or two that had a lady in it, and I was like, okay, this is nice. I'm definitely not too young for this. Yeah, so like when I was a kid in like 7, Gundam to me it wasn't like it's a political space drama or something like that. I was like, whoa, robots!
Wait, why does Brains look familiar? I feel like I've seen him before somewhere.
You look.
Well, I think
Wait, I look like what?
I said you look
You
like
look like
Thomas Sanders, but with less eye bags and a wider face.
Who's Thomas Sanders?
He's a comedian.
Yeah,
I have a picture, don't worry, I have a picture, I have a picture, I have a picture.
You send it because I didn't want to look.
I said he
On
looked like
Twitter.
every other white guy.
I mean, you're not wrong.
I have a picture, but it's in the form of a meme.
Taking
What
vote
what?
for
Oh my
K-pop.
goodness.
K-pop has definitely taken the world by storm, especially recently. Let's talk about junkies, the appeal, and
Oh.
everything in between.
Wait, we're talking about what?
We're talking about K-pop now. We're talking
K-pop
about K-pop.
now.
Like the K-pop
stands.
K-pop
Let me
junkies.
tune out real
scary.
quick.
No, get back here, get back here. Like, no. You're gonna watch every one of my fan cams, and you're gonna watch all of them through.
Oh my.
Let me take my earbuds
So,
out real quick.
K-pop
so-
scare me.
No, I will call you. I will
So-
call you, Lincoln.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, I have like a K-pop story because like I'm very connected to K-pop, and I don't mean like K-pop like just recently. I mean like I've listened to K-pop since I was like 3, and
Oh my.
yeah, the first group I ever listened to was Girls' Generation. Still my favorite, Ultimate, even though they're really broken right now. They used to have 9 members, now they have like 5.
So I'm gonna be real honest. I tried listening to K-pop, and it sounds like normal pop.
Yeah,
Just Korean.
exactly. It's just a different
Yeah, like-
language. I don't understand how
They're
people.
only after it because they only like the people who sing it.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
Mm.
and it's equally useless because it's pop music.
shut the fuck up, Rain.
Language.
It's just
Language.
Whoa!
Someone get the beeping thing.
So late.
okay, but it is just pop music, but in a different language, and I don't get like the utter hate that it gets for being Korean instead of in English.
Yeah,
But
I
there
don't
are
hate it
toxic
because it's Korean. I hate it because K-pop stands scare me.
Oh my gosh.
yeah. So since some of us don't have like that kind of relation to K-pop as others, so like what's kind of like the group music opinion?
Anything as long as it sounds good.
Y'all
Okay.
need to start listening to my fan cams.
No.
No, hard.
I think it comes to the point where it's like mostly the fans instead of the actual music itself.
Yeah.
Like a lot, it comes back to anime. A lot of anime people don't want to watch because of the fandoms itself. I don't
right.
really want to listen to K-pop because of the K-pop
How do I
fandom. Like,
report? How do I
no
report?
offense against them,
Quiet.
but it just really scares me.
So I kind of want to like cover something that Rose talked about for about half a second, which is that like she doesn't want to get into K-pop because of all like their stands and stuff surrounding K-pop. Like,
Yeah.
have y'all ever been like part of a group and like someone in that group like misrepresented you and you're like,
Yeah,
oh my gosh,
The universe
Like,
fandom all the way.
Or
like,
like you
Oh.
have different not different friend groups, and one doesn't like the other because this certain person did something
Oh.
that wasn't like your whole friend group's thing, but
Yeah.
everybody else took it took it into interpretation in their own way.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
not even just talking about on that level. Like, there's so many times, like, like I've said before, me and my family, we're like super Christian. I'm going to college just so that way study to be a pastor. But there are like so many people I'll meet who like, yeah, I'm a Christian, and then like they'll be like the most horrible people out there.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh my gosh, what are you
Not
doing?
the vibe.
Yeah, and it's like,
Stand.
when I'm trying to tell people, hey, Jesus loves you, and it's like, oh, really? Because if you're one of those Christians, then that must mean you must act like that guy over there, and you have him like holding up a sign that says God hates, like
Right.
offensive for here.
toxic fandom sometimes. I'm in I cosplay a bunch. I love cosplaying, and
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
like I have people. It has such a bad rep because of these people that go to conventions and are like screaming and being like super toxic or super mean.
Or just
It really scares a lot of people away from the cosplaying fandom because of like all these toxic people in the fandom trying
Right.
because they're the loudest, so everyone
Yeah.
sees them,
Yeah.
and you don't see the actual good side of it. That's what most fandoms are like.
For a while, I wanted to cosplay, but since there were no characters of my race that I could cosplay, I wasn't willing to cosplay my favorite characters because they weren't my race, and I've seen so many cosplayers just harassed for it.
Which is
Oh,
dumb.
that
because anyone should be able to cosplay. No matter race, no matter body type, it doesn't matter. Just it's supposed to
Yeah.
be fun, but people criticize other people, and it's dumb.
Because they're the loud minority.
Yeah, they're the loudest in the fandom.
Like, did you
Which is
see?
not a vibe.
It sucked so bad. Like that has to be horrible. Like I've wanted to get into like a semi cosplaying thing, where I would go like conventions like a stormtrooper or something. But man, I can't imagine that. Like, hey, I want to be Uraraka from My Hero Academia. Well, you can't because you're not Asian. You're black or something like that. And it's like that's horrible.
That is horrible.
Yeah.
And that's why, like, that's what happens with a lot of other fandoms, like the My Hero Academia fandom, or like Steven Universe. That's what happens to the other fandoms. It's dumb, and it should
And it makes
stop.
you feel bad for liking the thing you like.
Yeah.
Did you guys see when Cameron Boyce died? There were a bunch of K-pop stans under the hashtag RIP Cameron Boyce, and it was like they were all saying under the posts and stuff. They were like, "It's because he didn't stan" or stuff like that. With other
I think
people
they
who
might have also done that with Robin Williams.
maybe.
Maybe, yeah.
Which is not a vibe.
Right, like
Yeah.
they died. People are hurting. This is not
We
the time
lost
to
people.
promote K-pop and post your fan cams under people's grieving. You know?
Because it makes people not want to like listen to you.
Right.
And it makes people not want to like talk to you.
Right. And it makes people who like K-pop and who aren't toxic fans hate themselves. Like honestly, I've hated being in this fandom with a bunch of these toxic fans. And when BTS started blowing up, everyone was like, if you don't like BTS, you don't like K-pop. And I was like, what? I don't even know who BTS is. Because I didn't.
Born to poop, forced to wipe.
Very random.
Oh, Lord.
What did y'all think of Sour Candy?
Haven't
Listen to it.
I never heard it.
I
Wow,
personally really
I'm
enjoy
disappointed.
Warheads.
I do too. I love
I'm so disappointed in all of you.
That's strong coming from you, Lincoln. You carry Jolly Ranchers with you every day.
April, I will watch one of your fan cams if you listen to it.
You will?
Yes.
I'll listen to it.
She was like,
That's a bribery right there.
As
That's
soon as I get my
capitalism.
computer back, I'm gonna
Other than,
get
than
Spotify Premium
K-pop-
again, and then I can play it. So,
Other than K-pop, what do y'all listen to? Because like, I listen to really obscure Christian prog rock for no apparent reason at all.
I'll listen to anything as long as it's good.
yeah, I have a major playlist. Like, there's no mood to it. It's just all the songs I like, and it's 42 hours.
Oh my goodness.
42 hours?
Wait, is it is it 46 now? Hold on, let me. It's the first one I ever made too. 41 hours 7 minutes.
Yeah, no. I always have to like remake my playlist because I change my taste in music. I mean, like, I changed my favorite songs and stuff like that. So when I get bored of a song, I have to make a new playlist.
What is y'all's favorite song? Period.
Do I have to say like a normal
like Peridot,
song or
like
musical?
Peridot song, like my favorite song, Peridot.
Like period. Yeah, like
I know.
What's your favorite of all time? Like you could listen to the song poop and it wouldn't get
Okay. I got mine. Okay. So Lincoln watched 30 seconds of this and they clicked off because he didn't want to hear any of it. But it's a French song, Le Petit Croissant. It's the French version of the Three Little Pigs.
It's scary.
Aww.
Le Petit Cochon. It's amazing. Oh, I want to see if it's on Spotify.
My favorite song.
Wait, is the podcast on Spotify? I need to know.
No. I wish.
Wait, let me look.
I'm trying
it
to put
up.
it on SoundCloud.
That would be so cool, though.
I would guess that my favorite song is Sweet Escape.
Okay.
Because I used to sing it a lot when I was little. That or Cowboy Casanova.
Okay.
I started really liking a bunch of older songs again. So I really like Walking on a Dream. That one's really good. Oh god, there's other ones. I can never remember when someone asks.
Minty.
My favorite song in the entire world is How It All Works Out by Fauja. You guys should listen to her because she's so underrated and she's so good.
I think everybody needs to put their song like in the chat so that way you can have like links to them.
We should make a playlist together.
Yeah, or something like that.
Judy. Have any of you guys listened to Judy?
I'm gonna send the
Dodie?
playlist I've been listening to a lot.
Is it pronounced Dodie or is it Duty?
Dodie Clark?
Dodie Clark.
It's Dodie.
No.
It's not Duty.
Yeah.
It's Dodie.
You're about that!
Do you
Rain,
even
what's your
listen to Dodie?
Wait, did I get yours, Rosie? Did you say yours?
Probably not, but what's your favorite song?
My favorite song is "The Storm" by Flying Colors. Like,
Huh.
I used to have like a lot of like anxiety problems back in freshman year, and one of the songs that would really help me that was "Storm," and its thing was just literally, crap happened, but only some things can be made in the storm. All right, Rose.
My favorite song, I have two because I cannot decide. It's either One by the Ets or La Vie en Rose by Edith Piaf. I can't say her last name. Edith Piaf or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Which is kind of ironic because I call myself Rose. Haha. But
I have I Want It That Way stuck in my head now because I saw a meme.
I want it.
My most recent picture was a month ago. Right?
Tell me why.
Ain't nothing but a heartbreak.
How many of you are in choir again?
All right.
Me.
So
You've definitely seen them. You play a game and or look at an article and suddenly it's on your timeline on social media. Let's talk about it.
Okay, y'all have heard of Tencent, right?
yes, dude, I hate them so much. Oh my gosh.
No.
Wait,
Yeah. Okay, Molly. Okay. Shush, everyone shush.
I'm the audience surrogate.
Oh, and and Lincoln should have heard of this. Y'all heard of ByteDance?
No, I haven't heard of that one.
I'm the
Okay,
audience
ByteDance is
surrogate.
the company that owns TikTok.
Yeah,
So
it's the
ByteDance.
China version.
Yeah, so right now ByteDance and Tencent are based in China, and since China has don't have as many privacy laws as we do in the U.S. since it is a communist regime, anytime China wants to go to any country, any of the companies within China and ask for their people's information, they can give it to them. They have to give it to them, and they can't argue or anything, or else they'll get banned, including U.S. companies, and they can also request U.S. personal information. It's absolutely insane. So that's why you see so many people going after TikTok. But the thing is, I probably shouldn't get into that. But it steals information. And then Valorant. I'm sure all of you have heard of Valorant, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so the thing is, Valorant. I'm gonna get a little bit nerdy here, but so there's a thing in your laptop, computer, whatever, that's called a kernel, and that's the administrative access can access everything. And the thing is, Valorant's anti-cheat has access to that kernel, which has access to your information. And since Valorant is owned by Tencent has access to all of your laptop's information.
Yeah.
wow.
Too bad I only have pictures of memes and pigeons on here.
What has your credit card information?
I don't have a credit card. I'm broke.
Are we all?
Part of me when I was really little, not little, but when I was in early stepping out my feet into the internet, right? I would never put I would never put my actual name on anything because I was scared that it'd be so easy for someone to get my information, because it really is. So so even my normal Instagram, it wouldn't be Rain's, it would be Rudolph Claus, right? So after a while, I just kind of realized, well, everything has already stolen my information. The internet probably knows more about me than I do. And on one level,
Zuckerberg.
I hate that Zuckerberg does that, and I think what he does is evil, and especially they portray it in a way that when people don't understand what all's out there on the internet, that they don't think it's evil. Have you guys done any of the Okay, I was a part of a youth leadership thing at a bank in our town, and they were telling to us about targeted advertising. And I raised my hand and I was like, "You don't think some of that stuff is immoral?" And they go, "What's immoral about it?" They just didn't know. They wouldn't think that. But this, it's not just scary when Mark Zuckerberg just has our information, right? And the U.S. government has called him out on that.
Mr. Zucky.
What you were talking about earlier, April. What you were talking about earlier, April was right. That companies can choose to share information with the government essentially. Like they're like,
They don't have a choice essentially in China, but the thing is, in the U.S., companies can actually fight the U.S. on it and not get potentially banned.
Because TikTok is currently suing the U.S. government. I read an article about it in school today.
yeah.
That is cool.
So the thing with that lawsuit is that I agree, technically, along the lines, I do agree with what they're saying, but the reason was that why they're going after is completely stupid. The government, let me say, wants to get rid of any foreign entities that are essentially beating U.S. companies.
Yeah, and now
there is that, but there's also the fact that like, you know, because of like what April was saying with Tencent with like China, I don't mind like say if England or Japan or South Korea or like the Philippines or any other nation, they come up with an app like TikTok, because those nations have to play by the rules of you can't steal people's information and then use that for and put that in the government or something like that. The issue is that like China as a nation is just straight up shady. Like with all their stuff, like how long it took them to actually like tell everybody they had coronavirus. Like, you know, this whole like epidemic is like partially their fault because their government wants to keep everything hidden from. We've all, you know, heard the stuff, horrible things that go on in Tiananmen Square, and that's because like the Chinese government, because the Chinese government just it hides things and it takes information. Have you guys heard about about what they would do with martial art? By the way,
no.
This is a story. So I learned about this video. So China, they wanted to make a patriotism thing for their own nation to inspire kids and stuff like that. So they start promoting martial arts. Well, anyways, this one guy in China, he's a really big MMA fighter, where it's mixed martial arts, so it's not traditional Chinese martial arts. So what he does is he decides to challenge the traditional martial artists to fight. And some of the martial artists, they're not actually teaching martial arts. They're teaching a form of Tai Chi where you don't actually fight people. And they're like, oh, it's chi blocking. You just tap them on the nose, they'll instantly die. Where it's not real martial arts.
Okay, Tylee.
So this real life MMA fighter would go out and he would challenge them to a fight, and like donations would go like to charity or something like that. And then he just beat the crap out of these martial artists. So the Chinese government didn't like what he was doing. So they have a system where like you have a straight up rating of your citizenship in China, right? So
social
you have, like,
credit system.
Yeah, you have they dropped his social credit system to the point where like he can't get on trains to go and he can't go outside the country.
Oh my.
Like what's happening in China right now is really scary. We've heard the stories of stuff in Hong Kong, things like that, where they have, I'm gonna say, Western style freedom, but China is like it. From what I've heard and read, like it's a horrible place.
Honestly, okay. So how many? I know all of you pretty much use Windows or Mac, right?
Yeah.
So there's most of y'all know what Linux is, or some kind of form of variant of Linux, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, so if you don't know what it is, Linux is an operating system like Mac and Windows, but essentially it's a much safer version of those. But there's also multiple versions of Linux, like Linux distro, Linux Ubuntu, Linux Mint. Essentially, everyone has a distribution of Linux, and it's so much safer, especially Arch Linux, and that's why there's so many people moving to it. Because essentially, once you download these and then you switch over to them, you're complete in control of your information. Because the government does not have a back door into it like they do with other companies like Windows and and so especially in virtualization, that's some advanced stuff. But the thing is, when you have those Linux stuff, and not everything supports Linux, so that's why people are so hesitant to join. But the thing is, like virtual machines, it's essentially is a computer within a computer. It's literally an internet condom, putting it very raunchily. But
Wow. Oh
That's a good way to put it.
Whoa.
So, okay, as I was saying, so with these virtual machines, as a lot of programmers actually use them to test out viruses. But what the virtual machine does is essentially you can have Windows or Mac within your Linux system, so you can like edit your videos, get on whatever, or browse the internet. And the thing is, that Windows system that you're using with your virtual machine will only think you're doing that, and then right when you click out, it doesn't track anything anymore. That's what a lot of, and then recently, especially with a lot more gaming companies, they've been like banning virtual machines. Because literally virtual machines scream their virtual machines, especially when you're playing games. And easily anti-cheats can find a way, can look into the code and see. And yeah, so a lot of people, especially, you can find this on Reddit really easily. Especially in the specific Reddits that you're looking for. But what they'll do is they'll find literally ways to edit the virtual machine within the code, just so they can play their games. You can see this a lot on some ordinary gamers channel. He talks a lot about this, a lot better than I can do.
Can we link him?
What?
Can we link him in the description?
Yes, please do. Please do. He's amazing.
Yeah.
He's very informative. And especially, people often think it's not really that hard to download Linux. I literally have a virtual machine in my laptop that's running Windows, ironically enough. And people have this weird assumption that it's like the hardest thing to do when it really isn't.
That's kind of cool. Like,
So yeah,
Companies are bad.
Yeah.
yeah, there's
I'll say this as a pig capitalist. Companies work on greed, but in the system that at least we've created here and in some other places in the U.S., in order to actually like make greed, they have to provide some sort of service or product.
Yeah.
So in order to be evil, you have to provide some.
Have you seen those games on the app stores? Bruh, okay, I'm sorry. I'm gonna go off another tangent.
Oh, the ones that target little children?
Yeah, like the ones that you repeatedly get the ads for those games. The thing is, when you download those, that's not the product. You're the product.
Oh yeah, like where you're the ads and stuff like that?
Yeah,
Oh,
you're literally... It's literally infested.
Yeah.
And people have like talked about doing these like quote unquote experiments where they talk about something and then they log into Facebook the next day and see the same thing. Like these two people were talking about dog toys because they don't have a dog and they don't usually talk about it. And the next day there was ads for dog toys and other dog products on their Facebook page.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to bring up.
I've actually done that.
It's the theory that your phone's always listening to you. So like you can say something and it'll like show up advertisements or whatever.
Siri hears you.
Yeah, I did a test with that, and I talked about weddings a bunch, and it showed up a bunch of engagement ring advertisements. So I strongly believe that the phone is listening to us.
Yeah,
but that's just me.
Companies have definitely 100% taken advertisements way too far. And the strange thing is like they definitely don't work anymore.
I think
like how many times that
we become desensitized. We are the ad block.
Become so desensitized. Like the only way that like I'll tell you this: the one app I've downloaded because I've seen ads for it was Robinhood, where like it's a penny stock app basically, and that's like the one app I downloaded because I saw an ad for it.
Does it work?
Oh yeah, it totally works. I saw some reviews on it too. Like I don't just see an ad; I'll also see reviews and things like that.
The only app I've downloaded from an ad is, sorry, I need the name of it real quick. Toy Blast.
Ooh,
where I've become the top #1 player several times.
Yes.
Can I just mention something real quick?
Yeah, let's do that. What next?
Wait. How do we know what other plants look like? What?
We have
How do
pictures!
We know what other plants? Alright, yeah, we have pictures. Next!
Next!
No. How do we know what other planets look like? How?
Alright,
when you painted Venus' little sister.
We have so many reasons to know what they look like.
Mitzi.
Alright. Satellite. Telescope. Like, if you're really
goddamn
good,
eyes.
you notice that, like, stars are round and people would track planets as to how, like, stars move sometimes.
Yeah, and, like,
Pluto!
mathematical formulas for, like,
We
gravity.
have telescopes powerful enough to see Pluto.
Yeah, we have scopes we have telescopes that are powerful enough, and we have satellites that stuff to
That's
us.
scary. Also aliens. Like
Mint.
I'm not having
idea
this
of
conversation. I'm
aliens
not having this
terrifies me.
conversation.
okay, let's move on before.
Question is if at this point it's not the question if sorry, I'm terrible. Is if aliens exist, it's when we're gonna find them. Because there
Where-
is life forms
No,
out
they
there.
probably already know where we
What if they're
are.
crafty
They
and
just don't
What
wanna
if we're
tell
just
us.
the Australia of space?
All right,
Oh my god.
So they stay away from us.
No, that would be the Florida of space.
who wants to
We
hear
have all the
Alabama
deadly
of
things
space.
though.
on it?
Like we eat pineapple. Do you know pineapple is corrosive?
Yeah.
What?
That's why I eat.
Oh
Like if you
yeah.
leave it on your tongue long enough, it will like eat away at your tongue.
Oh, don't tell me that.
You didn't know that?
That's why it
It
burns.
So, like-
breaks down meat enzymes. So that's why people say the pineapple is the best fighter. It eats you as you eat it.
Speaking
That's why
of
it burns.
things we weren't supposed to have, milk we aren't supposed to have too. But we don't talk about that
I mean, certain cultures already know that
because
February said, "I'm lactose intolerant."
and tolerate it.
milk has too much
Tolerate it.
calcium.
It's 2020.
My stomach said no.
Mhm.
But your heart said yes.
Wow.
Gosh.
That's a mood.
All right. So are we officially talking about aliens for about 15 minutes?
I guess
Do
we
we
are.
want to?
Oh
Oh my god.
god.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
You guys, aliens scare me. The idea of aliens scares me.
But
The
there are
idea
like,
of the
you wanna watch
aliens
ET?
being a Lovecraftian god is more terrifying to me.
So you want to hear the Christian ministry perspective, y'all?
Yes.
No.
uh,
Sure.
The Christian ministry said God created everything, which, okay.
You ready for the Bible answer for this?
yes.
Yes.
Go
It
ahead.
does not specify. Everyone give a clap.
Clap, 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 clap.
So
Clap.
literally, the closest thing it says is that
Hey.
we are made in God's image. It does not say if He made other, creatures or the planets in God's image. I have had various teachers give different responses to that. I had a science teacher who said it's extremely selfish to think that we're the only beings made in God's image, and I've had teachers say, "No, humans only have soul."
Oh.
That kind of stuff. But
Honestly, I found.
if you ask me,
Didn't God technically also create animals?
yes, He did.
Oh my
Yes.
god!
Based on Bible, He literally made everything.
Okay. Let me bring some science into this.
Okay, go for it.
So technically, we have found aliens, but they're not what we not what you should expect them to be. They're molecules that can make up like a plant,
Yeah.
like a small plant or a fish.
Mhm.
Aliens does not specify it is like a humanoid creature. It specifies it is not from Earth. Those molecules are not from Earth. Therefore, we have found aliens. Therefore, aliens do exist.
Yeah.
Technically,
Have you
Like,
seen what lives in the ocean?
Therefore,
there's something
there's also
alive
water
in the
on a
ocean.
planet. I don't know what planet is though. Which planet has water? I forget.
There's Kepler 22. There's a bunch of Kepler planets that have water.
Yeah, so
Mars had water.
only life forms.
Mars
Yeah.
technically still does. It's just ice.
We don't
Yeah.
count it.
I think the real
Like
question
me.
people ask is, do you believe in aliens? Do you believe in the little green men? And those guys, they definitely
No.
don't exist.
The little
I believe in the xenomorphs.
The guys
Personally,
I think people are always thinking of like humanoid creatures when they think of
Oh my god,
aliens.
put
So,
down
like,
a duck.
Right, like the
Think
I
green
love that.
suit with the
I like
green,
that.
with the
Yeah.
black eyes and the
Yeah.
no nose. I don't
Yeah.
get that. Like,
Voldemort.
if there's gonna be aliens, they have to be the ones from home.
No.
E.T.
such a kind species would not
Oh
exist.
my god.
They would be wiped out.
What about E.T.?
E.T.
I
didn't
would
have
think if they
legs. E.T. has 0 rights.
I think it
Whoa!
would depend on
Also, I used to be afraid of E.T., so I don't consider them valid.
He's
Alright,
deeply upset.
so-
Fans have spoken, and we don't like them. Remakes of our favorite childhood movies and series can suck, but some of them are good.
Death Note, the live action Death Note. We do not.
Do not stand.
Didn't they make
not a
him
vibe.
white? Didn't they name him
everyone
like
was
Turner?
white, and then they made light.
Yeah.
I mean, not light. L black.
Yeah, I hate when people do that. It's like when like, all right, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna completely change the race on this character that is apparently like black or something. It's like, why would you do that?
Can I quote a lovely Vine?
Yes, you can.
Yes.
So we're gonna make the new Ghost in the Shell character. Wait, what does the Hollywood want us to make? What the heck is an agent?
Oh god. No, I don't think it's. I think it's the actors. I don't like characters shouldn't depend on race if it comes from like a remake. I think it should depend on the acting skills because the remake was terrible.
Mhm.
But it was like the acting, the directing was just bad, and the So I don't think it should matter about the
They didn't
race.
understand the
It
characters.
Yeah.
No. Bring the skill.
But also, if it's going to be a remake, you should try to be close. Or if you're going to do something different, do it good.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And they
But
didn't do that.
nobody talks about the live-action Attack on Titan movie.
Wait,
We don't. Nope.
You know Bleach had
There
a
was
live action remake?
Attack on Titan.
I don't want to talk about that or the
It
Dragon
had a
Ball Z one.
what?
There was okay, so you all know the Bleach anime, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
There was a live action remake of it, and I saw my mom watching it.
I'm sorry.
I was crying inside.
Oh my gosh! I just looked.
Certain things just can't be remade.
Live action.
Like
No.
the Full Metal Alchemist live action, the Mob
Yeah.
Psycho live action,
Just
and the
don't.
Psycho
Just
live
stop
action.
remaking stuff. Leave it the way it is.
Especially
Remaking
anime.
animations.
Like
So
any live action.
there's a
anime
reason
movies.
why companies do it, other than just money, and it's the fact that like if you remake something, you're instantly gonna get a reaction out of it. Like if let's say I went to the Disney one day, and, like I want to make a show called Teen Space Marine, and the idea of the show is that they're Power Rangers that hunt other Power Rangers. And I say it's not but even though it's not Power Rangers and it doesn't use that property. But if I go to, say, Bandai or whoever owns Power Rangers, I go, I got an idea for a Power Rangers reboot. People already have an association with Power Rangers, so they're able to be like, oh snap, you already have an instant reaction if I say Iron Giant versus if I say the little tree that, you know.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
What about the brave little toaster, man?
Oh yeah.
The Giving Tree.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Oh god.
Oh my god, that's Sonic. Oh, you know the studio that redesigned Sonic shut down?
No
Oh,
way.
It will.
Like
I
the
know,
one
right?
that messed up Sonic or the one that
No,
fixed
the one that
Sonic?
fixed it.
What?
No,
They
hold
didn't
on.
do
No,
that.
right?
I have a theory about the Sonic movie. The dupe Sonic, like the messed up one, was made for clout, so the movie would gain attention, and then they like already had a backup Sonic for when everybody blew up about it, so that they'd push
They
that
definitely
one when the movie came out. That's
You
what
see,
No, I
that's
feel
a
like
really good
they were
theory.
doing
It's
it.
a shame you think people
I
are
agree
that
with you.
smart.
I agree with you because I remember a promo. Oh, I remember a promo where it was Sonic. People were freaking out over Sonic's legs
Mm-hmm.
and the shoes, and they posted a picture, and it was like, "Oh, you don't like my legs?" And it was like Sonic holding a piece of paper with that on it, and it was like, "Oh, oh no,
Mm-hmm.
he had realistic hammies."
They really said trashy.
They really said, "Let's give this hedgehog teeth."
Right. Like, it doesn't make
remake?
sense. Wait, what?
You know someone had to greenlight that?
Yeah.
Pokemon.
Who
People in movie rooms who
does
like,
this?
there are hundreds of people who looked at Sonic's like furry human looking lips and said,
Yes.
Oh.
Okay, so
Do
like
it.
adding to my theory, there's no way a bunch of people would have greenlighted that movie, and the producers probably knew that, so they put in a dupe Sonic for attention because everyone knows that nobody would approve of that. Like we've all seen Sonic. We've all like. There's no way.
Evolving Club.
All right, so my retort to that is the Michael Bay Transformers movies. I hate the designs of the Transformers in those movies. They look like these disgusting like piles of like scrap metal when like the old G1 Transformers look like these like clean, like blocky looking things. And the excuse was, oh, it's live action, so it has to look
Real.
realistic.
Oh yeah, but Bumblebee
Yeah.
looks
So that's
amazing. I mean, it looks
that's
adorable. Bumblebee is adorable. Just the other things.
Bumblebee, like the Bumblebee movie, is like he is so cute. Like I love that movie.
I know.
Have I?
He's
Have I?
so
Would you
adorable.
What? Like when Haley or whatever, like she puts like her hand on Bumblebee and he goes and she's like, oh my gosh, you're like a little Bumblebee. Like I cried a little bit. I was like,
The Bumblebee movie
Okay.
was so good.
Relationship with it.
The B movie?
Bumblebee.
No.
Yeah.
Movie.
Okay, but
Wait,
Mindy, I have a little rebuttal to what you said. So you said they tried to no one would approve of it. But have you seen some of the movies out there? Like, there
yeah.
were so
Old men.
bad movies that were approved. Also, I thought they went into debt because they had to redesign all of Sonic.
That's why the company shut down. I think.
Yeah, that's why the company shut
Yeah.
down. I don't think that was planned.
I feel like they still did purposely spark outrage, though.
I don't think so.
Yeah,
just-
like
They couldn't design it.
Like, no
I-
offense, but nobody would look at that
some
design
things
and
are
say,
so
yeah,
stupid they can't
that's
be
right.
on purpose.
That looks like
Alright.
Sonic the Hedgehog.
Sonic
Exactly.
the Hedgehog.
If they meant to put out the dupe Sonic, then that means nobody in that room who approved it has ever played or watched original Sonic things. That's probably
Yeah,
That
that
means they
would
haven't
probably make the
seen
most sense.
Sonic.
They probably just wanted it for the money because they know that Sonic's special and
Profitable.
so popular that they
Even
didn't pay
though-
attention to the original work.
Oh, there's also going to be a Mario movie coming out.
Oh yeah, I
jeez.
heard about
The designs
that.
look okay. The designs are perfectly fine, don't worry. They're going to look more like Odyssey versions.
Just one kind of question for who said they watched the Bumblebee movie again?
Me.
I've seen it.
You
I
guys
don't
see
like
it? Okay.
Transformers in general.
So, like, what'd you say, Moody?
I don't really like Transformers.
So
Bumblebee.
Bumblebee's great. My one favorite like character in Transformers of all time and all fiction is Starscream. Just because like he just has this energy to him that's different. Like he goes, "Ah, Lord Megatron, it seems you've captured the virus COVID-19 from Shia LaBeouf. It looks like I'll have to take over the Decepticons while you quarantine for 2 weeks." Yeah. You brought up in the chat good remakes though.
Okay,
I don't know any.
I do.
Yeah,
Well, for one,
okay, go for it.
the new Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. That's a good remake.
Oh,
New
okay.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what I'll say is remakes get good. Like once you have a property that you've remade so many times that there begins to be you know what I'm saying?
I would say that, but this one is a lot more different. They gave Splinter a whole new backstory. They redesigned all the turtles completely. While they are based more on the Michael Bay versions, I still love the designs and how they're different
yeah.
turtle species.
Uh-huh.
Keeping Leo the original, Raph is a snapping turtle, Donnie's a soft shell, and Mikey is a box turtle.
Yeah, like I love that kind of stuff when people do that in a reboot. Like that's why I've liked Transformers so much, is because like about every 3 years they'll instead of like trying to continue the story and be like, oh, it's G1, but again they'll be like, all right, no, here's the cast again. The characters are a little different, the backstory's a little different, and that's what I liked about Gundam. Like each series is not necessarily canon with each other, you know. And you know, even then, I think a reboot can be even in quotes, because you can have a sequel like Star Wars Episode 7, right? I would consider that a good quote unquote reboot, just not a great movie.
I don't watch Star Wars.
I think it's good when
You-
reboot.
I only watch
Wait,
Star
wait,
Wars
wait,
for
I'm-
Kylo Ren.
Unpopular opinion. I
Okay,
like
go.
the the newest trilogy more than the other one.
Yeah, I guess that's valid.
I only
Yeah,
like
yeah,
this
okay.
trilogy because of Kylo Ren and how hot he was.
Kylo Ren was not hot.
Shut the fuck up, Lincoln. I have a whole folder dedicated to him.
No, but
Of course you
Rey
do.
Rey was my favorite character, which I know is such a lame thing to say, but she was.
She's hot.
Yeah,
And
you're not
Finpo
wrong about that.
was supposed to be together, but they weren't because the writers suck.
This is the best homophobia you've ever
my
tasted.
opinion on Rey is that the script handled her completely wrong. Like I'm totally with like the whole she's a Mary Sue crowd, but like Daisy Ridley does everything she possibly can to fight against them. Like we all give like Adam Driver and and his muscles the credit for carrying the entire sequel trilogy, but like Daisy Ridley is doing her best on that aspect.
Also, like she
She's a
had to
great
be
actor,
Mary
let's be
Sue
honest.
because she was the only Jedi left, like the only one that was going to do something. And then
Yeah.
Yeah.
you can't have her character and her powers and stuff be built up when like they could do that with Luke and Anakin and those guys because they had people to learn from.
I think the problem with what people have with the sequel trilogy is that since it was a reboot, what you had to do was you had Episode 4, and this time Luke's a woman. But what they wanted, what fans wanted to see, is they wanted to see Luke Skywalker at his max potential, essentially. You know, like
See him die.
Yeah, and the other thing was like it wasn't that Rey is overpowered. It's that Rey within her power does not obviously fail, right? I think what Rey really needed is something that Luke and Anakin both had, and that was like a physical wound to show that she is not the most powerful person in the room, and she still has to struggle. Because
I
it's
did
not
think
about
it was interesting they didn't carry on with that trend.
Yeah, but I saw there was a script leak for Star Wars Duel of the Fates Episode 9, and it had Rey in the final fight scene like take a lightsaber like slash to the face, and she would be blinded from it.
Ooh, violence.
That would be a good like reminder that she is still human.
And it could give her a good training for another movie.
Yeah, like you see what having like a physical obstacle like that brings to a character. Like that's why Deku was so inspired.
That's why Toph is
At
best
least
character.
We love Toph.
Yeah. Like even with Toph though, like she's extremely powerful and awesome character. But even then, Toph gets beaten. She has her weaknesses. You know, she wasn't able to keep her, senses on opera. Everybody has against Rey is that like it's not that she's powerful, is that her power level is above the obstacles around her.
They kind of make her like seem like she's all that's powerful. But really what they need to do is like remind us that she's still human, have her have some flaws, like maybe a bad past, or that's kind of cliche, but you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
Or like make it funny, have her have a bad hip or something. Just give us a reminder that she's human and stop constantly making her overpowered.
That being said, Daisy Ridley is still hot.
And I think well, thanks Modi. I think the way they decided to handle her character was odd because you had people to base it on and you didn't.
Yeah.
And then like I also believe that if Rey was a guy, she would not be getting the same treatment. Like people wouldn't be like, oh, she's too overpowered. Like
A Gary Stew.
No one would be calling her a Gary Stew. Like they'd be like, there would be videos like, is whatever Rey's name would be, probably still Rey because that's a gender neutral name. Is Rey the most powerful Jedi ever? With no backlash, there would be no critiquing. Like
no, I
sexism.
Think critiquing because I've seen a little bit of that backlash, a little bit from Rick and Morty with Rick Sanchez, especially in like the later seasons.
But it's Rick and Morty.
Oh yeah, it's Rick and Morty.
You need a high IQ to understand Rick and Morty.
If Rick and Morty isn't your favorite show, then your IQ is low.
Like
someone said that to me.
I watch Rick and Morty because I enjoy like seeing like like an atheist philosophy almost through that show. Even though I disagree with it, I still enjoy it. But like at the same time, I saw like Rick go from I'm just another speck in the universe to third season. He's the smartest man alive, and nothing can defeat him.
I think it's just hubris.
Yeah.
We love anime. Everybody hates my fanfics, and yeah.
I'm
Minty.
new, and hopefully I'll be back.
Yeah.
Minty, I have one.
Hopefully.
Not if I have anything to say about
I
it.
bring the
Minty.
personality.
I
This
will
is what we
drag
learned.
you back here by the hair.
God.
By the fried
Snap.
hair.
We're
My
getting
By the
curly,
violent.
fried hair.
my curly dyed brown hair.
Minty.
Aren't you
I know
dyeing it
exactly
tonight?
what we learned from the podcast today.
Maybe not
Wait,
at this
what was
point. It
that,
wasn't supposed to
Rose?
take this long.
Oh,
We
well.
learned today that our bisexual energy here is strong.
Very,
You
very
say that.
strong.
You
Wait,
say that.
I have a question. How many people are bi?
Me,
1, 2, 3. At
I'm
least
pan.
3.
I'm just saying because like we all have like some of us are straight, some of us are completely like gay, and some of us are bi, and so like we all pick out and choose which character are hot, and it's like
Isn't
just
Rain
so
the single straight?
Wait. Am I?
straight.
You're straight. How does it like being a
imagine being straight.
How is it being the minority?
How's it being a
How's
minority?
it being a white
That
cis male
feel.
straight?
I don't. Well, hold up.
Yuck.
I don't know yet because I
Oh snap!
could be y'all's outlet
Questioning.
for other white straight people. I could be like, oh hey, this white straight guy is in this podcast. I
Oh,
wonder who else is in this podcast.
You're gonna draw the attention of the white straight male audience,
Yeah.
and we get everyone else.
oh
I'm
my
gonna
Yeah.
be y'all's Alex.
We get the gays and the girls. That's it.
That's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
K-pop stands sometimes suck. Personalized ads. Yeah, we talked about that.
The Legend of Korra is really good, and I stand by that.
Okay.
Aliens freak out Lincoln.
Aliens freak out everyone.
And biblically speaking, they could exist.
Yes.
They
And-
do exist.
And
Sentient life stuff.
remakes of shows and movies. There's some good
Sometimes,
ones.
okay.
There's some good ones. They're good sometimes.
3 good ones.
Yeah.
At least 3.
Yes.
At most 3.
Yes.
Hey,
Okay.
at least. Let's
so-
be optimistic here.
Goodbye. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to show your support, and click the notification button in order to know when new episodes go up. Most importantly, come back to ComplexiTea, where the tea is hot.
Isn't that hot?
Sizzling.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.